I noticed the bruise before I noticed the candles. A dark bloom under my son's right eye, small, swollen, intentional. The kind of bruise made by someone who enjoys being precise with their cruelty. We were standing in the doorway of my sister's house, with 17 faces already turning toward us as if we'd shown up late to our own humiliation. Show's hand tightened around mine. That's when her son, Evan, sauntered over. The kind of kid who already understood the world's rules and knew they bent for him, like soft branches. He smirked, chin lifted. I just taught him a lesson, he said. My parents say I'm never wrong anyway. The table laughed light, dismissive, a soft clatter of forks over cake. Someone muttered something about a fight. Someone else said, boys will be boys. My sister didn't even look up from pouring juice. But Sho lifted his face toward me, quiet and steady, and whispered something so gentle it sliced the room open. The whole table fell silent. My sister dropped the glass in her hand, and the sound of it shattering was almost merciful compared to what followed. People imagine betrayal arrives like thunder. Mine came like a drizzle, soft, easy to overlook until you suddenly realize you're soaked. My sister and I grew up sewn together like two halves of the same lie. She was the golden one, grades, friends. Charm, and I was the shadow she used to make her shine look brighter. But I trusted her. God help me, I trusted her more than anyone. When Sho was born, she held him first. She said she'd protect him the way she once protected me. I believed her. Then her marriage started to rot. Not visibly, just a sourness and a laughter. But I didn't step in. People deserve privacy, I told myself. Even family, especially family. I should have stepped in because rot spreads. The first sign something was wrong happened 2 months before the party. Sho started coming home quieter, not sad, not scared, just quiet in a way that made me listen too hard. I asked what happened at school. He said nothing. I asked again. He said just games. I asked a third time, and he looked away. That was my answer. Then came the little things, missing pencils, torn notebook pages, that faint, nervous energy kids try to smooth out like wrinkles in a shirt. And then a message on his tablet from Evan, don't forget who's in charge. I didn't confront anyone. I just watched. Counted bruises disguised as clumsiness. Counted the pauses before Sho walked into my sister's house. Counted how many times my sister brushed off my concerns with an innocence. So rehearsed it felt practiced in front of a mirror. I knew then this wasn't harmless roughhousing. This was a pattern one the adults around him had taught and encouraged. So while they thought I was ignoring it, I was studying everything, every bruise, every message. Every witness, every teacher's comment about Evan's dominance issues, every time my sister defended him with that brittle arrogance she'd learned from her husband. Planning isn't emotional, it's math. And my revenge started as simply as an equation. Protect Sho, expose them. Leave nothing standing. The party handed me the opportunity, wrapped in pastel balloons. After Sho whispered those 4 words quiet enough for only me, loud enough for everyone, I watched the room's temperature shift. I watched my sister's face drain into the color of berry guilt. He said you told him to. Silence slammed the room flat. Evan's smirk vanished like someone flipped off a light. My sister looked at her son, then at mine, then at me. Her mouth opened, but every excuse died before it could form. That's when I finished what I came to do. I pulled a thin folder from my bag, months of documentation, laid out as calmly as a surgeon revealing an x-ray. I set it on the cake table beside the still and lit candles. This, I said, is everything: screenshots, teacher reports, voice memos, dates, photos, patterns to clear to dismiss. Her husband started babbling about misunderstandings and exaggerations, but I cut him off with a look I practiced in the mirror the same way they practiced denial. No, I said. Not misunderstandings. Not mistakes, encouragement. Someone gasped. Someone whispered, call someone. Good, let them. Because I had already made the calls. To the school board. To child services. To the community league, the same one that had already banned Evan from 2 activities. For aggressive behavior. All times so their responses would collide in one perfect, undeniable collapse. And as the sirens grew faint outside, right on schedule, my sister finally understood. Her son wasn't the only one learning a lesson today. I took Sho's hand and walked him out as officers stepped inside. I didn't look back. I didn't have to. I'd already seen the ending. Relief isn't loud. It's a quiet exhale after surviving something you never should have had to endure. Sho squeezed my hand. You're not mad? He asked. No, I said. I'm done, because revenge when done correctly isn't rage. It's closure, sharpened to a point.